people that make money when they go abroad find it difficult to invest in their homeland, let's say Nigeria. I'm saying this because I'm a Nigerian and I'm still based in Nigeria, and I studied physiotherapy. At some point in my life, I had the intention of actually that is to go to the UK, Switzerland, to make myself based there to prosper in those regions. But God has his own plan. Why I had my own plan, so I'm here right now. I'm still a physiotherapy though, but I don't have the thought of leaving Nigeria to make it anymore. The reason being that I have thought about it really, really deep. It took me a long while to think about this. And what I have come to the conclusion is that why am I leaving my country when there are people that made it here? They have two heads. And one thing I've noticed is that Nigeria is actually better than out there. Is it only me or am I delusional? I believe that I might be saying this from a one-man perspective, but judging from what I've heard about outside there, and when I compare it to Nigeria, then I'll pick being in Nigeria, staying in Nigeria, and uplifting Nigeria. I'm not saying that traveling out is bad or anything. It's just that for me personally, I believe that staying in Nigeria has been the best I have done for myself. Why am I saying that? When I finished my internship, I applied for HCPC. Is a license you get so that you can be able to practice in the UK. And I spent a lot on that. A lot of effort, a lot of money, a lot of time just to get a license. But when I got it, I started applying for jobs. I started applying for positions outside, and I keep getting rejection. Reason being that they said that they couldn't give me certificate of sponsorship to come over and practice. And that gave me time to actually think about what I really want and not what others want me to be. And I noticed that I wanted to be a rich CEO. Like, motherfucking rich, in the sense that I don't even need to work to make money. I just want a consistent cash flow for myself. And believe it or not, you can't do that outside. You can't do that out there. They rather give it to their fellow citizens, that is, their fellow white people, than to give it to you, be a black racism and all. But I know it is not that bad anymore, but it's still there. And why would I go through that trouble when I can do all this and more in Nigeria? So I have taught a lot, and that has made me take up my entrepreneur businesses more serious. I'm a lot of things. I'm a fashion designer. I own a fashion company. I'm an entrepreneur. I had a fashion sex toy store, and what we basically base is a wellness product, and also a physiotherapist. So I'm more specific towards pediatric physiotherapy, in which I majorly focus on children physiotherapy. And then the last but not the least, I am a realtor, in the sense that I deal in lands and houses, and that is a lot for one person to do. And to top it up, I have a foundation. So what is me getting all this without giving back to the society? And why I'm always passionate about this, my foundation, is that we deal with women and girls with physical and neurological disability. And that has been my passion, which is why I went into physiotherapy during my academic days. And the last but not the least, I'm also a lecturer, because during my NYSC period, I worked with the university, David White Federal University, and these are all the things I was juggling around after my internship. So currently, I have sat down and thought about all this, and I'm like, can I leave all this just to go out of Nigeria? And I told myself the truth. I can't. That is already a legacy that I am laying for myself. And believe me, if I had left immediately after my internship, I wouldn't have achieved all this. Maybe I might be earning $200 or $2,000. I don't know how much they are being paid. Whatever they are being paid, I might be earning that. But the impact I would have made wouldn't be as much as I'm making right now in Nigeria. I might be earning those money, but I'll just be sending it back home to my parents or to make some investments. But I wouldn't talk about going into real estate, going into fashion business. Okay, I had a successful business before I actually graduated from university. I might still retain that, but I won't be doing all this. I won't be multitasking like I am right now. And I'm happy because this is me. When you ask me what I am, these are everything I am. And I'm still going to be more. So imagine if I left, I won't be this. There will be a gap which I would have filled. I'm not saying that you shouldn't leave. I'm saying that wherever you find yourself, still find a way to make yourself impactful. I don't know how I would have been if I gone out, but now that I'm here, I know that I have utilized my time. I have been impactful to myself, to my society, and to Nigeria as a whole. And currently, I'm the ambassador of the Digitizer campaign held by Youth Up Global. And we're trying to impact women with digital skills. So would I have gotten that if I was outside? No, because they focus majorly on African countries. So these are all the things I thought, and I still be like, Lord, I thank you for keeping me back here in Nigeria. It's one of the best things that have happened to me, even though Nigeria is how it is. I still love my country. That's just the truth. And I believe as many as we are in this country, if we actually put in efforts, we can still rise it to what it was before now.